Hey, do buckaroos. How the heck are you? Sorry, I was looking down. I realized it started already. How the heck are you? Running about 20 minutes behind, but nevertheless, trying to get things figured out here. Bear with me here. Sure, everything's working like it's supposed to, and I got my. Thought it was hard to tell the angle on this little screen here on my phone, so I ought to pull it up over here so I know it's showing what I wanted to show, man. Anyways, I digress. Let me set this down here. Oh, how the heck are you? As we wind up this Saturday night, this will obviously be my last video on Saturday. Well, on Sunday, we'll see. Anyways, like I mentioned in an earlier video, I had a subscription, or I have a subscription to Minocqua Brewing out of Wisconsin. So I get four packs a month. With shipping, it's a hair under $90. I know it's a tad expensive, but I really wanted to support this company, or at least want to try it for a portion of time just to see. Anyway, this is our Copper Spy Ring IPA. Get the light here where I can see some things here. Trying to read the ABV on it. I can't hear it. Good Lord. Gotta step off camera so I can read this damn thing. Okay, 6.8%, 40 IBUs. Are you following me? 40 does seem low for an IPA, but this whole hazy thing and the dry hopping IBUs don't seem to mean what they used to. I really miss I miss the IPA, the IBU wars of the 90s, early 2000s, whenever they had to be 100, 120, the McKellar came up with that 1,000 IBU beer. But now we're talking about IPAs with 40 IBUs. It just makes my head hurt. Nevertheless, yeah, it's just a different. Well, the thing is, a lot of us beer geeks always took IBUs more seriously than it should have been because they're theoretical. Don't necessarily mean anything. And that was kind of the tongue-in-cheek thing with the McKellar 1,000 IBU beer is that you really can't have a 1,000 IBU beer. It's all theoretical. Anyways, I digress. So, but yeah, and then dry hopping and these crazy ass hazies, it's all a different thing these days. Whiskey. I thought I'd have a little whiskey with you. So, a friend gave me the rest of his bottle of the triple cask Slane Irish whiskey. This one's only at 80 proof, I do believe. It's a very easy to drink blended Irish. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I do prefer single malt Irish, but there is a time and a place for blended. Irish is sometimes known as the smooth sweeter one, sometimes facetiously by Scotch drinkers, but not always by other folks, because smooth sweeter isn't bad. And that's the problem, right? Scotch drinkers want you to think, well, it's smooth, it's sweet, it's bad. No, it is just because it's not, overly peated, that doesn't make it bad. It's all what you're looking for in a whiskey. I grew up a bourbon drinker, right? The first bourbon I ever had as a kid, well, let's just say young adult. Let's just say I was around drinking age the first time I had my first bourbon. We're going to lie a little bit and say that, but no, it was Jim Beam. It was Jim Beam. It was Jack Daniels. It was Wild Turkey in that order, and those were the bourbons Dad always had around. Upon occasion, friends would come in and bring him one thing or another. One friend brought him an old crow, and I swear to God, I thought Derek was insulted. You brought me a bottle of fucking old crow? No, I mean, Anyways, yeah, if you're a beam drinker, now you're going to take old crow as an insult. But nevertheless, it was a different time. The brands available now weren't available back in the 60s and 70s, the era that I'm talking about. That sling is nice. I mean, it's not great. Don't get me wrong, but it's not bad either, especially for the price point. It's a very well done blended Irish triple cast, so it gives you some flavor. So I got this Culper Spy Ring IPA. I'm not going to read you that because I've read it when I've done videos specifically for this beer, but I will tell you that I am a fan of Minocqua and what they stand for. So there you go. There you go. I'm going to do the thing. Spectacles, testicles, wallet, watch. Ever grown up Catholic and then got a little wiser. Moved on to an Episcopal church, but it is what it is at this point. Anyway, spectacles, testicles, wallet, watch, and sluncheon. Spectacles, testicles, wallet, watch. Traditionally, some do it the actual opposite, but this is how I was taught growing up Catholic was spectacles, testicles, wallet, watch. Men typically keep their wallet on the right side or their watch on their left hand, if assuming you're right-handed. So anyway, spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. Anyway, Slancher. Times are what they are these days, aren't they? We've all watched an innocent woman being hunted down, and those were saying she should have just complied. And I think that's what every Nazi that killed, that's what every Gestapo agent that killed somebody said they should have just complied. It's just bizarre to me that this is where we are. She should have just complied. Well, let me tell you something. A non-compliance isn't non-compliance doesn't warrant the death penalty. So maybe she should have been taken in. Maybe she should have been booked. Maybe she should have been charged with something. Maybe. But she shouldn't have been killed. The fact that some of you think this is okay, that a woman was executed, 3 shots to the face, and then called a fucking bitch. If you're okay with all that, please unfriend me now. I mean, there was no reason for us to have any contact whatsoever. You're a horrible human being. There's no excuse for you at this point. And I'm not saying everything she did was right. I'm just saying she didn't warrant a death penalty. I'm not sure why that is so hard for some to understand. Well, she should have done this. She should have done a lot of things. I'm not disagreeing with you, but she shouldn't have been executed. She shouldn't have been shot 3 times in the face and then called a fucking bitch. I'm not sure why we all can't agree upon this. This is a bellwether moment. This is the moment where we all should come together and say, okay, maybe this administration has now gone too far. And the fact that some of you still aren't getting it, it is so bizarre to me. We're watching Nazi Germany happen right before our eyes, and some of you just don't get it. Or worse than that, you do get it and you're accepting it. You're okay. Oh, yeah, okay with Nazi Germany. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's get rid of all the people I don't like. The problem with that is at some point you're going to become one of those people. You're just not smart enough to see it right now because you're an idiot. Anyways, I digress. It's funny to me, though, that every time somebody disagrees with me, they never can disagree with my argument. They can't disagree with me on merit. They just make a comment. Oh, just have another beer, Tom. All right. I will. And I'm not going to call you names. I'm going to attack you on your merit. I'm going to say things to poke holes in your argument to further piss you off and not and not just blindly call you names. But thank you for pointing out the fact that I do like to have a beer upon occasion. You cowardly candy ass. And yeah, you know who I'm talking to. You are a coward. You are a candy ass. Copper Spy. Anyways, let me show you this whiskey one more time before I shut her down. Slane Irish whiskey. This is a triple cask. Again, a friend gave this to me. We do this informal whiskey tasting every once in a while, and this particular friend usually gives me what they have left. So, and I try to give back to him in all honesty. But he said, "Go ahead, keep it, Tom." So I said, "Okay, I'm not turning down Irish whiskey. It's okay." No, let me say this a different way. It is good. It's very good for what it is, right? For the price point, it's a damn fine whiskey. Um, for me, I like whiskey neat. He likes on the rocks, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm a whiskey neat guy, so for me, I like it for what it has to offer. Anyways, I digress. I digress, man. I just don't know why. Actually, to be honest with you, I thought when this thing first happened, this is going to be that bellwether moment, right? This is going to be the one that brings everybody together, where we can all agree, okay, yeah, maybe we screwed up. And then I have some so-called Christian friends say, "No, she deserved to die." I said, "Oh my God, I don't even know how to start this argument." Are we really having this discussion? These are the people that would have would have given away Anne Frank. I mean, it's no good anymore. I don't even know. I don't even know where to start. I don't know how to start repairing this country at this moment in time. I think we're done, right? I think everybody that thinks the murder, I mean, the execution of a woman that did absolutely nothing wrong is okay. I mean, wow, I have nowhere to go with this. I'm not going to convince you otherwise because you've already made up your mind. You're not going to convince me that's okay to murder people. I don't even know where to go from here. I think we're done as a society at this point. I'm not even sure where we're going to go from here. I feel like we're at the end of the Roman Empire, just watching it all burn. Let's go. Yeah, we're fucked, but nevertheless, at this moment in time, I still got good beer and whiskey until ice comes and hauls me away. And that's the thing, is right. This is what we've now allowed. We've allowed this to happen. We've allowed non-compliance to be justified by murder. So how can you say this can't happen to any of us? ICE can knock on my door right now. They can say I didn't comply because I'm probably not going to. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not going to comply, and they're going to kill me. They're going to say it's justified. He said no. He didn't reach for a gun. He didn't have a weapon. He just turned his back and walked away from us, so we shot him. This is what's going to happen, man. And there's a certain segment of society that is still okay with all of that. And I just don't know where we're going to go from here. After what? This should have been the moment, right? This should have been the moment right now where all those people that support Trump would say, okay, I'm done. ICE has gone too far. But they've looked at that moment and said, yes, this is what we want. These are Nazis. Everybody that says they're okay with what just happened is a Nazi. Or they don't want to call themselves Nazis, but they've accepted that Nazi behavior. I don't know what we're going to do now. If you're okay with what just happened, I'm sorry for you. I mean, I truly am. I mean, I feel bad for you. I don't feel bad for what's going to happen to me next because I know what's going to happen to me next, right? I know at some point they're going to come for me because I'm not going to back down. ICE isn't a legitimate law enforcement agency. They are nothing more than this country's version of Gestapo cowards. But there are those of you that are going to allow that to happen. So here we are. This is how I'm going to go out. uh, Anyways, I digress. I'm Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and I'm also Tom the Beer Whisperer, Evangelist, prolific drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and I'll do this as long as I can until again they knock on my door. I'm gonna resist. They're gonna shoot me. I mean, I'm not gonna attack them. What am I going to do? I'm an old fat guy, but I'm not going to go willingly, so they're going to kill me. And this is where we are. And there are those that are going to be, oh, you should have just complied, right? That's what the Nazis said. They should have just complied. Think about that. They should have just complied. Everybody that says she should have just complied, he should have just complied. Everybody that has said that would make a damn fine Nazi. Anyway, Sláinte. Anybody that supports this regime can kiss my ass.